Love ain't always perfect, but purpose makes it powerful. Real conversations, real healing, real faith. Welcome to LOC'D in faith, built by grace. Through every storm we found our place. Real love, God first. We keep healing through the hurt. Hands together, heart connected, kingdom minded and protected. This that real talk, unscripted truth, LOC'D in faith. That's me and you. Started with pressure, lessons and tests, trying to love while carrying stress. Life it hard.
We're back, people.
Yay!
Sorry for the missed week. I was a little sick. So I'm kind of wasn't in the mood to do no lives. No videos for the most part. But we just wanted to come and let y'all know what we learned. We went on a beautiful couples retreat.
So, like my husband said, we are going to touch on some things, and I'm so glad that you're feeling better, cause it was kind of challenging. People, you know, whenever you're sick, you're not feeling good, you're not really in the mood to do too much, and he was really down for the count. I was kind of worried. I didn't know if it was food poisoning or I didn't know what was going on with him. I'm just glad that he is feeling better.
We went to Willis Point in Texas, right? And it was a couples retreat. It was hosted by our church family, Cornerstone Baptist Church, and it was just an amazing time to fellowship and just be with like-minded individuals, be able to kind of laugh and talk and just really kind of get to know people. The scenery was nice and beautiful. We went on the lake ride. 2 lake rides. We gonna say 1.5 because one we got up and we got stuck. So we had to get towed back, but I was just in the mood where I was like, okay, well, you know what? It's all right because if we go down, I guess what? I'm swimming back. So you know what I mean?
And I'm gonna be on your leg.
But it was good though, man. Amazing food, man. Everybody pitched in. The potluck was amazing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It was an overall good time for me. It's ironic how, you know how we say we are living the times that we prayed for. And whenever I go and I'm around my church family and I'm able to just experience new things, it's one of those situations where, Lord, I prayed for this. It may not happen the way that I expect it to happen. You know, I ain't gonna say I hate the way that things are now. I can't say that because we're still blessed in spite of. But, you know, I've always desired for us to do couples retreats, to be around wisdom and genuine positive love and energy. And this is one of those seasons where I'm just thankful. You know, it's not happening how I thought that it would happen, but it's happening. So with that being said, I'm thankful for the opportunity. I'm thankful for my church family for hosting this amazing event. For all, like I said, all the y'all, we had food. You understand? It was food.
Food, man.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I mean, literally had a meeting and then went to go eat some more. And I was like, wait a minute.
I had snacks in between, so I was at some point, it became a full-time job just to eat.
It was a lot of food now.
It was really great because me and my brother Alan, we did a fast right before, so I had a lot of space. Nothing but space and opportunity, so it was a great job.
And meanwhile, I know I ate too much. I went to the doctor and found out I gained weight. Okay, I just gotta get back in the gym. I ain't gonna even sweat it. It is what it is. It is what it is.
So let me just start off with just one of the first questions. You know what? Before we do, shout out to my baby. You know what I'm saying? Cause she kind of retwisted my locks, right?
Kinda.
We in this phase where we doing locks and stuff because we ain't got the money to be going everywhere else. But you know what? It's a time for us to learn and bond and just learn each other's hair. You know what I'm saying? So she did pretty good. I'm gonna give her flowers. She did pretty good. She got my parts nice and crispy. So.
And the new growth on the side, y'all.
Oh yeah.
That new growth.
I went to a full head, so it's kind of coming in nice and neat.
I felt good this time when I did his hair. Any other time before, it was like, I guess because the complete picture wasn't there because he was growing his hair out on the sides. So I would twist the top and it would just not, I don't know. Maybe I think it was me. But he does my hair too. And he just hasn't done it. But I'm going to hit him with that gut punch this week. Hey, I think it's time with the new growth. But like I said, it's definitely a good thing when you take time to really just spend time with one another. Like we can laugh and watch movies and
I do her, man.
Yeah.
Now I'm not advertising, but I mean I will retwist her hair. Worst case scenario.
Yeah. But it gives us time to just be still. Of course, the kids, and that's something that we gonna talk about on here.
Man. One time she had an event, y'all, and I stayed up literally all night trying to retwist her hair, bro. And it wasn't even nothing major. It was a 2-strand twist, but we stayed up. I think she had like 2 or 3 hours left before her event.
Bro, I was so tired.
Man.
I was so tired. I was so tired. But I was also blessed because of the fact he did it. You know what I'm saying? Because I would have been like, look, you just gonna have to throw a hat on it and move on. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know, after all night, but my hair is smaller, if you can tell.
I was trying to make sure you was crispy for your event.
He did, but I was so tired I couldn't even function. I was ready for it to be over.
Just in case you pop up on the screen again, you know what I'm saying? Everybody like, dang, her crispy. But yeah, so I'm just asking about the trip. But what was one of the biggest things that you took away from the trip, man?
What I took away, one of the biggest things that I took away from the couples retreat was the one band, one sound, right? I know we hear that a lot, but that wasn't even a topic of discussion, but it was a lot of little things that I heard from different couples that really solidified the reality that when you're married, you have to literally be one band, one sound so that everything will flow. Because if you're over here to the left and then your spouse is to the right and then y'all got people in the middle, you're not flowing. It takes you and your spouse to figure out your life together. So the togetherness of the couple and how it is important to be around like-minded individuals and wisdom is one of the most meaningful takeaways. And I can't say it's not something that I already knew, but it was definitely something that you actually, you know it, but now you see it in front of you. Like it's happening. Like we're in front of other couples and we're pouring into one another. We're sharing experiences and things like that. And there's no judgment zone, but then you realize like other people do life how they do life. Not every rule or every household is not going to be the same. What works in your house may not work in our house. You know what I'm saying? Those are the things that kind of, and it may be a lot, but basically one band, one sound, like us being on the one accord is one of the big things that stood out.
You know what really stood out for me is your spouse is not the enemy. That was one of the things that really stood out to me because the devil will make make your spouse seem like your enemy, right? So once you kind of eliminate that, then you kind of understand that they're not the enemy. But you also, you figure out stuff together, obviously, you know what I mean? But it was just hearing all the different point of views, man, and even just different scenarios that they would kind of put across one another. Just, hey, they have a conversation, and what he would say, and it kind of helped her, man.
Yeah.
It was just a lot of positive feedback, you know what I mean? Or just even like certain situational things, how would you handle that, or how was it? And it was good, man. It was a lot of positive affirmations and opinions and stuff, man. That really just help you understand that your spouse is actually your teammate, or I won't say but it's kind of like a reflection of you, right? Because y'all one band, one town, like you said.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
So that's one of the biggest things that what I took away from was just that affirmation part of it.
And I also another good thing that I took from it was how can I put this? Cause my brain just went.
I was just really just there to vibe, man. It was just a real nice way for me to just kind of talk to people, and you know what I mean. Just cause you always see them at church, just hey, what's going on? How you doing? And then you just and you gone. So just to kind of sit there and just you know what I mean, just
fellowship.
Fellowship. I always forget that word every time I say it. But fellowship. I never had cherry plums, y'all.
They were really good.
I never had that.
They were really good.
Yeah, that was what's up, man.
And one of the things that really inspired me was, it always inspires me because when you know the difference between men and women, and I don't like to say this because my husband will be like, well, I'm a person, I'm the same. Men are not as chatty, or I don't feel that you guys communicate all the time. Like, and maybe now that you're working on it, of course, you communicate much better. But I'm saying, like, to be surrounded.
Chatty to you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Like, to be in that space and to see other men open up about, like, their truth and some of the things that they felt, it was so powerful, because a lot of times you don't get to hear that. I remember, and I did bring this up at one point, there was a couple that brought up, for an example, right, the shoes, and wanting certain things, but the man of the house is like, well, we doing this and I don't think this is a good idea, and the woman is just like, okay, whatever, because I'm gonna go with the beat of the drum, but I'm not gonna be happy about it. But learning how to actually communicate and know, like, okay, even though this isn't a need, I needed something to bring a smile to my face, and I wish we would have been able to talk about that instead of you putting your foot down. I was like, oh, other people go through this too. Like, because in the past it was like that. Like, I didn't buy things for myself, not because he told me that I couldn't, but because in my mind, I have to save every penny I got to make sure that whatever happens, we'll be good. And see where they got us? I digress. But what I'm saying is, like, you can't prepare for things, but I think the communication barrier and how you had a lot of fellas, like, speaking up, one of the most powerful things, one of the fellas that were there, one of the men that were there, shared his testimony about how he had been clean for how many years? Was it 12?
I don't remember the specific number.
I can't remember how many years, but you know, you see people, but you just never know their story. And he's always kind. He's always fun to be around. He has really good energy. Like, I've never felt a way around him or anything. And he just shared, like, I went through this, and him and his wife were there. It was just a beautiful thing to see, like, a person who went through something really hard, and God brought them out of it. And for him to be able to share his testimony with us while we were there, that was absolutely amazing. So I just wanted to shout him out and just let him know, like, we see you. We're not saying names because I don't know how comfortable he will be with that, but like, I just really appreciate the transparency. If you do see this, just know, like, we're proud of you, we love you, and we really enjoyed, even though we didn't get to hang out while we were there too much, we really enjoyed being there with you guys.
Yeah, I think also one of the good things is when you kind of you around a good company, man. To me, it's always. I mean, of course, like, you know, like I don't know what it is. I never had a pool table, right? But I always kind of had a love for the game. But you know, just to me, that was probably just the thing. You know what I'm saying? To kind of fellowship and just everybody just kicking it. It wasn't no heavy competition.
We lost our husbands to the pool table. There is
You didn't lose it. Y'all was in the room.
Poolside couch crew
because
the fellas saw the table and was like, oh, and then just disappeared. But I was good with that, because here's the thing. I desired for him to be around men who have a like mind, or men who have wisdom. I will say that.
Are in tune with their spiritual walk.
Right. Yeah. Men who are walking in a direction. I've always desired that for my husband. I've always desired that for myself. And for him to be connecting with other men, like, it's empowering to me. Like, it's a beautiful thing, and I don't take those things lightly. I really and truly love my church family.
Yeah, man, like, it felt good for me to just really just kind of, you know what I mean, just relax and kick it with, you know, with people, you know, like kick it with the fellas, you know, we just kind of chilling. It was good, man.
Yeah.
I didn't. It was no, you know, besides, I guess, you know, the being full all the time. I think that was the only bad thing about that. It started getting a little uncomfortable. I was like, man, I just told down this breakfast. Oh, we're gonna have some ribs, okay. Yeah, it was tough, man. I was like, ooh, man, that food was good. Oh, man, we having tacos. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot of food, y'all. One thing about us, we gonna eat. And I was thankful for it, but I was like, man, I think I just wanna go lay down and, you know,
yeah, it was tough.
You got a whole lake.
I gotta walk around.
Yeah, you got a whole lake, and we out here feeding our face. Y'all, seriously, we had breakfast, then we met and just talked for maybe a couple hours, and then it was time for lunch, which what he was saying, ribs. And then we talked, we fellowship, we had a lesson, and then after that, it was time to eat dinner. We had tacos. These are literally hours in between one another, because put it like this, we ended with everything. We had our own time after what, 5 o'clock?
Kinda.
I think it was a little bit after 5 o'clock. We had the rest of the time or the night to do whatever it is that we wanted to do. But I mean, after eating 3 times, it was like, ooh,
man, but you know what? And we gonna put some videos of the lake ride we took. We got to watch the sunset, so that was pretty good, pretty cool. But I tell you what though, I gotta give respect where respect is due, and to y'all that was fishing till midnight, I salute you, bro, because I was in the bed. I was in the bed full off of tacos and cantaloupe juice. So I salute you, bro. Whoever was out there, you know.
And I heard one of the wives caught the most fish, just in case.
No, it was like the biggest fish. I think like a carp or something. I don't know.
It don't matter, the biggest and the most, because I think she said she caught like 6.
We was in the house watching Bad Boys, eating cookies. And I heard, ooh! What's going on?
Oh man, y'all, it was nice. It was really, really nice. And it was a good time. It really was.
The speeches were really powerful. You know, the couples that got up there and had a really good takeaway. But they really, I feel like they really just narrowed in on the causes that will cause a marriage or not marriage, but a couples to kind of separate for a second. You know what I mean, or just not vibe right. And it was great because if you go back and look at that and read that and stuff like that, then you kind of understand. You kind of see yourself in that scenario, like I do that. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of insinuates you to want to fix it, right? Because it's good when you actually in a situation where y'all can talk. We actually found out firsthand, you know what I mean, of a marriage that was like what 50-something plus.
Yeah.
50-something plus years of being together, and you know what? It was real. For me, it was real humbling, and you know what I'm saying, like just cool that how he was kind of just speaking about his wife and how they that's his best friend and he can talk to her about anything. Cause I can talk to you about anything.
But do you?
Yeah. I can talk to you about anything.
I mean, I loved it because, she was talking about the wife with because we're trying not to say names to respect people's privacy, but the wife that I spoke with was giving examples of like what life was before her husband got in the church. And what we were actually going over was the storm. Like, that was the topic of what the retreat was talking about. We were talking about storms and surviving storms and things of that nature, which was right on time, if I must say so myself.
You get prepared before the storm instead of doing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And one of the wife was saying, before her husband actually started to go to church or be more spiritually connected to God, she would get up, her and the kids, they would go to church, and she would just say, Lord, you got it, you handle him. And then she was like, whenever they would have issues, she said, Lord, I give him to you. I give it to you. She prayed over him even when he was doing whatever he was doing or going wherever he was going outside the church or whatever. And she just said she gave that to God. And that was one of the things that really kind of stood out, because here's the reality. Like, we really be out here going through some of the same things. And I was thinking to myself, like, I wish I would have had her to talk to a little while back, because it was like there were things that I was wondering, am I supposed to, you know what I'm saying? But then you ain't supposed to force, religion or anything, spirituality on your spouse, because if they fall short, that's gonna come back on you. That's something that they have to want to do for themselves. And I think that knowledge that I got, just hearing her talk about where they were versus where they are now. Like, she was like, her husband's spending majority of his time at church now, volunteering and doing, and it's like, oh Lord, I can't wait until we in there. Like, we're in there, being able to be surrounded by this energy on a regular basis, moving in purpose. Like, in my mind, my heart is just open, because it's like, this is the desire that I've had, and even though I'm not all the way where I feel God is taking me, I know that we're in a good place. We are being able to be connected with like-minded people and really be transparent about the reality that it ain't nothing perfect about marriage. It's nothing perfect about marriage. And I think a lot of people, because I have a lot of people that tell me little things about, oh, well, you know, I knew you were going to be married. I knew this, that, and the other. And to me, it's like, it's a way of life, but at the same time, we go through things, right? Like, just because I have a person doesn't mean that everything is just easy. And I think that's what a lot of people think marriage is. They think marriage is just easy. And it's not the reality. You gotta have a whole lot of Jesus. Patience, love, and, you know, all the fruits.
Surrenderance. Not just in marriage, that's just in life in general. You gotta be able to surrender to God. Surrender the outcome, you know what I mean? Because it rarely goes in our favor. So you just surrender to Him, man, and let Him deal with it. Yeah. Even when it comes to a spouse, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because I mean, one thing, and I really enjoyed our time. It slowed down. We got to hear, we got to experience. You know, we had hard conversations, and then we got back to reality. You know, we grew. We are excited about whatever is to come. I mean, I don't know what to tell y'all outside of prioritize your marriage. I know for some people, it's easy for you guys to go on vacation and do whatever it is that you want to do. Do it. You know what I'm saying? Do it. If you have the resources, prioritize your marriage, man. Like, that's one of the things that I know for me moving forward, it just has to be. Like, I have to not only prioritize my marriage, but as a woman, as a wife, as a survivor, I have to prioritize my mental health, my peace, my sanity, and he has to do the same for him. And we gotta be able to come together and enjoy one another. So I'm telling y'all, if you have the resources, and you don't even have to go anywhere, get a babysitter, right? Just start there. Get a babysitter if you have kids, and do tacos at the house, or do y'all own little buffet style something at the house. Watch movies and chill with no kids. I'm telling y'all, do it.
And on that note, if y'all play video games together.
I almost forgot.
Yeah, because it was a very good game. We played a game that forced us to work together. No one person could deviate, leave, do without the other person. It had to be together. Every step of the game, we actually did it from start all the way to finish. Now, RJ had to pop on with some of the more technical stuff.
You didn't have to put that in there. You didn't have to put that in there. You didn't have to throw me under the bus.
Yeah, to go in there for
I feel like a bus just came and he just pushed me in front of it. You understand me?
It was just technical stuff. Like, you know.
But you didn't have to. You could have. Management, hold on. You could have slid right on past that and not even brought that in there.
You didn't really
but
have
you
the
had
hand-eye coordination for all that. So you had to call Roger, baby.
Bro, don't talk to me. I'm done. Interview over.
Yeah, you had to. But y'all, it was an amazing game. I don't know if it's on different platforms. I'm not sure. I would imagine so. But it's called It Takes Two. And it is very, very good game, man. I mean, it's good, y'all. For a couple's game, it is good.
Well, what if they don't have an RJ? Then what? Since you wanted to throw that in there.
If they don't have an RJ, might be kind of tough.
See, this is what I be talking about. I be minding my business and I just catch them strays. Cause he didn't have to put that in there. So yes, my son had to come rescue me a couple times.
In her defense, she's not really a gamer. So it's not something like she just she's not a gamer. She doesn't, you know what I mean? She's not that. But I do give
So
her
he gonna try to
credit that she actually stuck to the game. Is this your first game that you ever beat?
No.
What else did you?
I mean, I used to play video games when I was younger, like Donkey Kong, Spyro.
Right.
Like, I used to play games.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good game, y'all. It's a good game, but it actually will help you communicate, and it brings y'all together, man. We had a good time. It'd be times she'd be like, "Hey, you wanna play a game?" I was like, "Oh, okay, that's not what I was thinking, but yeah, we play the game." yeah. But
I mean, that game. He didn't go. What he should have did instead of throwing me under the bus was tell y'all. So the game was created by a child whose parents argued. Like, the plot of the story is the child parents argued all the time. They were on the brink of getting a divorce, and the child wanted her parents to not argue. She didn't want them to get a divorce. She wanted them to be okay. So basically it was like a spell or something got on them or whatever, and then it turned them into like these little rag dolls. So you're playing as like the little rag dolls, trying to get back to your body, trying to get your consciousness back to your body. I know it sounds weird, huh? But
it was nice.
It was a wild ride, y'all.
It was nice.
It was a really wild ride, and it will take time. Like, you'll play a little bit here and there. It took us a while to beat the game, but we beat the game. I was excited about it. I kind of want to do it again to kind of see what we missed, but because I did look at like some of the art or videos attached to it, and there were certain parts of the game that I don't remember. So there's like mini games and stuff inside of the games. It's a cool game.
Definitely a relationship builder.
Yeah. It definitely will build.
We should have took that on the trip.
No.
You don't think so?
No. No. We played Bible Jeopardy. Was that what it was? No, Jeopardy.
Yeah. It was like a biblical sense of Jeopardy.
Man, that was.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. Play that. I definitely think we should have kind of had some more games like that for sure.
Yeah.
But that was really good.
I think that hopefully next go around we can prioritize those couple-ish games. Because we didn't really, I think we played like one round.
Yeah.
It was like one round.
It was like one round.
And I mean, it wasn't all together because of the.
You said they do it in couples class.
Well, we haven't been able to go there because we be getting up super late and dealing. And I was gonna talk to you about that too, because if I'm gonna be in church, I need to get the sermon at least. If he's gonna be in children's church, we'll talk about it later. It don't stop, y'all. It don't stop. Because I like to be present in hearing the word. And last Sunday, just as an example, I left my earbuds and I had to go to children's church to be with my youngest son. Y'all know having a child with autism is a full-time job. And I have to not be in church, but be in children's church, which I don't mind. I love kids. I don't have a problem with that. I just want to make sure that I'm getting the word, though. I want to make sure that I'm actually able to be present in one of the sermons. So I'm thinking about how to work that through, because if we had two vehicles still, it would be different, but now we are one vehicle in, so that's the hard part, because I will probably get up early and go and then be there for when they get there to go to children's church, but that's neither here nor there. I ain't even have to take y'all through that. I didn't have to take y'all through that. But yes, if you have not played that game, please play that game because it is fun. I do advise you guys not to go down the Uno rabbit hole as a couple because that will break up happy homes. My husband refuses to play Uno with me for whatever reason, and I'm okay with it.
She played Uno on her phone.
I used to. I haven't played in a while.
Yeah, and I stay away from that because she turned into Kobe Bryant out there. Just man. So I don't even go there. But I'm not really a big card person. Let me say that.
She turned into Kobe Bryant.
Yeah. She just take over the game. Yeah, I'm not really a card.
In my defense,
But if you throw a pool table in there, I open up a lot of stuff.
that's where RJ be different.
Well,
How he be leaning whenever he wants something, and he'll come to me and he be like, "That's where my son." Now I see where my son get it from.
I think your son gets it from his father. Yeah, it was very, very refreshing, man, just to unwind and unplug and just be in the moment, y'all. Like, just, we wake up and the cabin was beautiful, man. You wake up and you just sitting across the lake and stuff like that, man. It was really just it had a really relaxing ambiance to it. And to when you kind of look at certain stuff, you kind of feel good because you are on the right track, but you also kind of pick up on other stuff that you can do better from there. So, I think that was the main focal point for me, was to just take something back and just kind of, I guess, put it to good use. You know what I'm saying? Just try to touch on something. And the big thing was just communication and like I said, your spouse is not your enemy, because we get mad. Stuff going on in our lives and things don't go right, and they're the first person we get mad at. I think one of the things that I was kind of doom scrolling, let me say that, but I ran across a guy. He was like, man, you go to this job, your manager tell you to do something, you do it. You go over here, you gotta do this, you do that. You know what I mean? But you come home, then you give your spouse, you know what I mean, a hard time. And it was good because the woman kind of said the same thing. She was like, you go shopping and you buy this, you put on this uniform because your job says so, but then your husband say something, you don't want to dress right for him or something like that. It was just. I think you just have to really just understand that it's not. And I think it's one of those things. If you focus on your spouse more than you focus on yourself, I think that may, to a certain degree. I'm not saying forget your own needs, but when it comes to just doing something for your spouse, I would think you could do at least one thing per day for your spouse. I think that'd just be overall better.
Yeah.
Be just one thing. You can buy them a body armor, or
just let them know that they're seen or appreciated.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's more so not about the monetary things or the big things. Just letting them know, like taking a minute.
I was just giving examples.
Yeah, no, I'm just
doing, just kind of keeping it, just doing something like.
Yeah, that's all I was saying. But
leaving the towel right there when they got the tub or something. Something small.
Yeah, I think it's more, like I was saying, it's more about the thought that counts. Like it goes back to that one principle. It's the thought that counts. And that thought, because I was looking at something else, it was not positive at all, and it was a negative thing. But you know, it's a thought process. Like you think about things, you think about your actions and the reactions that your actions will cause. And you know, in this particular season, working on your marriage, you should be thinking about how your positive actions are going to have a positive reaction to your relationship or to your spouse. So yeah, it makes a difference. It really does. It makes a difference.
Definitely learn, you know, when it is when y'all do have, you know, two different point of views, you know what I mean? It was really good to kind of touch on that and actually learn how to communicate that aspect, you know what I mean? That was a pretty good lesson right there.
Yeah.
I just overall enjoyed it, man. It was really refreshing, and it was really cool to just be around people who have been through something you are going through. If not, they are going through it in the same sense, or you know what I mean. So you can get some, you know what I mean. You can get some positive, you know, feedback and opinions and whatnot. And I wouldn't just say good opinions, but more spiritual based opinions. That's the most important thing. It's just being spiritual. So, man.
And just remembering that iron sharpens iron. And that goes not just for the individual, right? It goes for the couple. It goes for church, family. It goes for any relationship that you have with people. Like, they should be sharpening you. They should be giving you something, wisdom or positive energy or positive outlook, encouragement. If it's negative, if you're going to somebody, it don't matter who it is, it could be your spouse, it could be a relative, a church member, and it's negative, them ain't your people. That ain't your tribe. That's not where you should be. And I'm just telling you that because this is something that I've learned since going through the journey. I used to try to be there for everybody, but then I realized I'm not supposed to be there for everybody. I'm supposed to be there for people that God places in my path for me to be there for, because at the end of the day, He is going to have the last say. And sometimes He removes people from our lives or situations, changes circumstances and situations so that we can have a better opportunity. And you're supposed to be surrounded by people that are going to uplift you, not tear you down, not make you feel away. You know, just it is so important in this journey of healing, marriage, healing, self, just it's important.
Yeah, definitely.
So I definitely want to challenge you guys. Like, one of the things that they did was they told us to think about who we go to whenever we're having any kind of issues. And if you made it to this part of the video, I definitely would love for you to put this in the comments, your answer, if you are comfortable with that. So they said, who do you call here, you know, on earth? Like, who do you call whenever you have something overwhelming happening in your life? Like, who do you have enough confidence in, or you know that they are wise? Because this is important. You have to make sure that the place that you're going can give you substance, not give you the watered down version of accountability. Because guess what? I've been there, I've done that, so it ain't that bad. What person is going to give you biblical teachings, who is going to give you the real about whatever it is that you're going through? If you have somebody, I don't want you to just, don't put their name, just put yes, I have someone, or no, I don't. I had to sit there and I had to think about this reality that I have had people my whole life, but I don't utilize the resource. That was a slap in my face. Because I have been connected by certain people, certain relationships. Like when it comes down to marriage in my family, I have an aunt and an uncle who have been married forever. I think it's been 30-something years, 40-something years, almost 50, I believe. Not 100% sure. And they just had that, I think they just had an anniversary not too long ago. And I can't remember how many years it was. But their marriage is the only marriage that I can honestly say I could have gotten great guidance from, but they live out of town. But I've also had my pastor, my first lady, some of the deacons, and some of my church friends and family. Like, they got real good relationships, but I don't utilize my resources, and that is a trauma response. So the reason why I wanted you guys to put yes or no in the comments is because sometimes we have to be intentional about asking not only for God to send those, but asking Him to make sure that we are ready to receive those particular people in our lives so that we don't fumble those relationships. Be intentional about it. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's all I got, man.
Okay.
Just wanted to touch on the trip, what we learned.
Well, I mean, if that is it, I just want to thank everybody for joining us again for another episode of Locked in Faith.
You see it right this time. I know she was like, don't mess up.
In my mind, I would just thank y'all for joining us for Locked in Faith. Like I said, we are just now starting, but we have so many plans on how to elevate these videos and everything. But right now, we're trying to give you a little bit of who we are. And I mean, just look at this as a blog experience or a reaction kind of experience, because we're going to go down the road of discussing some real life topics when it comes down to marriage and our thoughts and our feelings. And if we're wrong, tell us we're wrong in the comments. Like, you don't agree with that? We're not here to be agreeing with everybody. We can agree to disagree. Oh, okay, I hear your side. I may agree with your side, and then I may agree to disagree with your side, and then we just gonna move on. But this is a safe space for marriage and for growth and for community and conversation. So please make sure that you join us here again next week, and we will have something new for you. Y'all have a good evening.